Hey mega church cult survivors, hey collective, it's Leah Lauder, your favourite mega church cult survivor, 10 social justice activist. This is just a quick video, guys. For those of you that don't know me, I was in a church cult for 18 years, and then I came to the realisation during the pandemic that it was in fact a cult. And since then, lots of people have been coming forward as I've been speaking my truth to expose different church cults and pastors who have been eaten out of the great bowl with women, essaying them, and they're just straight up schmegs cults. I think for me, what the most devastating part about this whole thing is the fact that I was really trying to serve God. I gave it my heart and soul. I really thought that it was a proper church, a real house of God and a religious institution, and it all turned out to be lies. So I felt a lot of betrayal. I've had a lot of people coming from all different walks of life to expose the church cult that I was under. Now, this is a video to give a public service announcement. I am speaking to survivors every single day with different stories. Some of these accounts and these stories I cannot tell. For various different reasons, it would put the victim's life at risk, it affects their livelihood, etc. I've been sworn to secrecy, and there are some accounts that their stories just may never be heard. For this reason, I'm putting out a PSA and I'm saying that there are particular church cults on my top red hot watch list where they have an infiltration of preds, essayers and men that eat out of the great bowl. The following church cults are, in no particular order: First Love Church Cult, all ministries under Dagwood Mills, Mustard Seed Chapel International, Pleasant Surprises. Then we've got RPF, we've got NGRM, and you need to be careful with RPF because the porsters and the men in there love to put their hands on women. So if you like men putting their hands on you, then attend RPF. There's also Caris. Caris is a mess. Caris is a blood clot, MESS. We've had the step situation. Now there's this new one, Reality. They're just essayers in there. The man them, they got quite good looking man them. So the girls are 304ing themselves out in their jail. And because they don't care about the young people, they don't care about safeguarding, they don't care about women that are coming in there with hyper-sexualized pasts. Do you know what I mean? That have certain things that they're struggling with. You know, they've been hyper-sexualized. They've had like a lot of different pasts where they've been exposed to so much sexual exploitation, and then they come into these settings, and then the men are abusing them, and for free, because you know these cheap MFers, they'd have to pay for services. So they're just exploiting the gal them. It's disgusting. I hate it. I'm really, really angry. You know, I'm here to put out this PSA and say that, you know, there's a lot of rapists in these spaces, guys, a lot of preds and a lot of essayers. It is not safe for young children, families. It's not safe for vulnerable young women, especially women with hyper-sexualized past who have past of, you know, a history of rape or essay, etc. I'm going to share a bit of my reflections because I have been speaking to a few survivors over the past couple of days, and their accounts have made me feel sick to my stomach. It's like these pastors are living double lives, guys. It's like they've got masks on. It's like night and day. I think for me, what's so harrowing is the way these men present themselves. It's wolves in sheep's clothing. So they come in and they've got this, like, you know, this presentation that they're these godly men of God, but they're doing. These people in this church cult, yeah, their sins are greater than the people in the world. That's what I need you guys to get. I need you guys to understand that these are very dark, very EVIL men. I don't want to, you know, fairmonger and go into all of that over spiritualization and all of that. But I do need to say that a lot of these church cults are run by warlocks. They're run by warlocks, malignant, narcissistic, thank you. They are run by malignant, narcissistic psychopaths. And they have traits of psychopathy, so it makes them a lot more dangerous. It makes them a lot more sinister. It makes them a lot more sadistic. It makes them lack absolutely no empathy. They feel absolutely nothing. They don't even mirror feelings and expressions and behaviors of empathy. They just have nothing, like stone cold. So at this point, I'm going to say that I've had enough women that have come forward that have been coerced through rape by various different men in trusted positions and leadership positions within the church cults that I've mentioned. Another one is UCKG, Potter's House, Faith and Victory. I've already said Caris. These are some of the top church cults: the Spirit Embassy, Christ Embassy. So, you know, guys, I can't name all of the churches. People ask me all the time, oh, Leah, what's a good church? But I can't give you good and bad churches. What I can say is that you need to understand the characteristics. And also, guys, it's time that we wake up. We have to wake up and face the realization that these church cults are very EVIL places. Majority of churches are not churches, they're cults, and if they're not cults, they're businesses. And you know, what won't a greedy uncle fresh off the boat do for a quick buck? What won't he do for a quick buck, chair? So when we're looking at it like this, you know, they're greedy, they're narcissistic, they're selfish. It's all about ego and power. They're misogynistic, they're patriarchal, and the women are getting used as schmeg slaves, in these environments. So please, this is especially, I want to speak especially to young women, young vulnerable women. If you've had a past of, you know, you've been raped, or you know, you've had a hyper-sexualized past where you've had a lot of partners, you know, you've had a hyper-sexualized past, then I would say that just churches are not for you at the moment. They're not safe. They're not safe environments for young, vulnerable women. I'm Leah Lord, your favourite mega church cult survivor, 10 social justice activist. Thank you for listening.